And this one is a competitive game where each player is going to have their own fishing boat and their own character that they're playing as. And you're going to be going out into the different depths of the ocean in order to catch all sorts of fish, both fair and foul. The game plays over 7 rounds, with each round representing a different day, and at the start of each round, all the players are going to be rolling or re-rolling any of their spent dice, and then optionally re-rolling any of their unspent dice. If you've previously purchased any fishing gear, you can also choose which rod and reel you want to equip, which is something that I really do like about this game because your gear in this game is very situational. You're not just necessarily buying gear to replace previous gear, but really just having options depending on what you think you're going to encounter out on the sea. Once all the players have done this, you're going to be taking turns deciding whether you want to fish or continue fishing, or if you want to return to port. If you choose to fish, you're going to be putting your boat out on the fishing board at the shallowest depth, and then you're going to be revealing any card and then resolving its effects. This is going to be some sort of sea creature, but it could be either a fair fish, which is any regular sea creature like this octopus here, or it could be a foul fish, which could be any type of monstrosity that will most likely incur you some sort of madness, either just for revealing it, or attempting to catch it, or even just for catching it. What's neat about the madness in this game is that it's not necessarily a bad thing to go mad. This will actually grant you with some different benefits like rolling more dice or being able to hold more cards. But if you are low on the madness scale, then your fair fish are going to be worth more back at the market when you return to port. However, if your madness is high, then your foul fish are going to be worth more. So this is going to be changing your priorities the more mad that you get. There is one more catch with the madness, and that's that you don't want to be the player that is the most mad at the end of the game, because whoever that is, they're going to have to discard their most valuable card. But let's get back to how you actually catch the fish in this game, and the way that you do that is that each of the fish are going to have some sort of value that you're going to have to meet in order to catch that fish. The way you pay for that is spending your dice, but you don't ever get change in this game, so you do want to try and be efficient with this. And any uncaught fish will remain on the board and be optional for you to try and catch, but when you are deciding which fish that you want to flip up from the depths, you do get some information because there are 3 different depths that you can fish at, and in order to go deeper, you have to spend any 1 die for each depth that you want to move. The deeper fish are generally more difficult to catch, but all of the fish do come in 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large, and there is a way to determine this before you flip the card, and that's determined by the size of the shadow that's cast in the water on the back of that card. This means that if you're low on dice, you might want to flip one of those smaller fish to try and reveal something that you'll actually be able to catch. But like I said, the other action you can take is to return to port, and anytime you do this, you'll be able to sell any of the fish that you caught, and you're essentially going to be losing the victory points for those fish, but you'll be able to exchange them for money, which you can then spend in order to get gear and items to gain some ongoing or one-time effects. And a really fun feature in this game is that each player also has 3 different spots on the top of their player board that are reserved for trophy fish. So when you return to market, you can actually choose to put one of your caught fish at the top of your board, which will multiply its victory points at the end of the game. The game continues like this over the 7 rounds, and the player with the most victory points at the end wins the game. And if you are interested in this one like I am, you can go ahead and check out the campaign. I'll have it linked in the description down below. And of course, you can click to get notified.